Hey there, I am back with another deck review. Today, going to be looking at a deck that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is Pressers from Ellusionist.com. Now, why is it so near and dear to me? Well, I've been collecting cards that long, but when I started back in 2018, went looking around for my first higher end deck, kind of going beyond the bicycle standard decks that you see in the stores everywhere. And came across Ellusionist.com, started looking around their site. Lots of cool decks there, from Hellions and some of the stuff from their Prohibition series. A lot of really cool things, but this right here is the deck that just popped out to me, Pressers. So put this in my cart, added a bunch more, and the hobby just kind of took off for me. Well, what is the Pressers deck all about? Well, it is a deck that is inspired by the 1960s. So think Mad Men, like the AMC show, think Two Martini Lunch, drinking, smoking, all that kind of encapsulated in this deck. So let's take a look. Well, the tuck case is just a very simple matte finish tuck case. Some slight embossing to a few of the words here, but not much. And it's been given this sort of weathered look. So it's kind of these tans, reds, oranges, those kind of hues to it everywhere. But then you've got just some staining here to give it a little bit of age to the tuck case, which I think is pretty nice. It gives it a kind of a cooler, more natural look to it when you take a look at the deck. It says Pressers in very large, bold font there across the top. And then you've got just sort of a little bit of trademark right there underneath, a little bit of patent copy, 1962 over here on the side, and then underneath says quality playing cards, glides like air. I love these touches. You'll see these all throughout the deck. It's sort of reminiscent of the older style advertising where it wasn't about product placement or any subtlety. The features were just kind of put right there in your face. So, glides like air. Playing cards made in the USA, standard size. So this is a USPCC deck. As you go to the sides here, one side says the highest standard of excellence. And on the other side, deal yourself a winning hand. The bottom has some ad copy for Illusionist and says press your luck, as well as a barcode. The back here is the back design of the cards, which as usual we'll take a closer look at in a second. And the top, an American original from Madison Avenue, New York, New York. As you open up the inner flap here, got some stuff for bicycles. You'll see this is a bicycle deck from USPCC. And fun to use. And then nothing at all printed on the interior of the tuck case. So that is the tuck case. Let's take a look at the very simple backs to the cards. So here is your card back. And like I said, not much to it. It is just this teal color with a medium white poker border. It's kind of a casino style back. You can see here on each side is printed very small letters, Pressers, and then you just have these light blue dots going all the way down to kind of form this very clean pattern on the back. Like what was done here, like I said, it's a clean look to the back design of the cards, two-way back design, no real complaints here. Makes it a very, very functional deck. Flipping it over, you do get a few different extra cards here. So first off, here's your two jokers. Love the style of these. So it's kind of this pop art style, again, from like comics and kind of that older 1960s style. Has Joker in the corners, and then you have these two differently colored but similarly styled. So you've got one, the lady has kind of a green or a teal colored dress with a red headband, and the other one she's got a purple dress and a yellow headband. And then one of them she's saying press your luck, the other one glides like air. Love that kind of wink and point that she's got there. So very cool, fun style to those two jokers. You also get a couple of ad cards. One for Pressers, telling you a little bit about how you should start using Pressers. Get a little bit of a preview of what the style of the cards is going to be there as well. And then one for Bicycle Vintage, another great deck. If you haven't seen this, definitely one worth taking a look at. But an ad for the Bicycle Vintage deck. Now looking at the cards. So let's get into those. So we'll start here with the Ace of Spades. And it is, you can see here, this oversized spade pip outlined in that teal color here. And then you've got sort of the Manhattan skyline in the back. Very, very cool. Pressers by EPC Company in Madison Avenue, New York, New York. And then you've got this sort of elongated font for the index in the corner. Still very easily readable, but kind of a very tall, skinny A there with a fairly standard spade pip in the corner. Then as you flip through, you'll see that elongated index there in the corner, but otherwise fairly standard on the pips there in the middle as you go through all the spades. So nothing too special on these other than that different font on the index. But this is it. This is the coolest part of the whole thing, and that is the court cards. So here are your court cards. So you'll see here the spade ones are kind of done up in almost a grayish bluish tones to them. Has a brown background, and then in each one of them they are having a drink. So one of them, the jack's got a shot, the queen's got a glass of wine, then I guess he's got like a bourbon or a whiskey that he's sipping there. So very cool two-way back design, and just love that pop art style with the bold shading on it. Love the color scheme here, love the artwork. I think this is really well done. Favorite part of the whole deck. Continuing through the diamonds now. So as you go into the red cards, it's a little bit of a different, almost a brown color on the pips, kind of reddish brown. So a little bit of a different color, but otherwise pretty similar style to what we saw with the spades. And then when you get to the court cards, here they are. So the red court cards are going to feature people smoking. So whether it's a cigarette or a cigar, you'll have guys smoking, and it's kind of done in this orange and reddish brownish hue to the three characters there on the Jack, Queen, and King. Again, love the art style they did there. Here are your clubs. So again, smoking. You got one guy smoking a pipe, cigar over there for the Jack, and then down through the clubs. And then here are the hearts, back to drinking. So again, got a whiskey over here, a scotch. Got the champagne flute, and then another shot for the Jack. So very cool on those, and love the tuxedos and the look on all these. And then down through the rest of the hearts. So that is the deck. They're a bicycle USB-CC deck, so they're going to handle well as you might expect. They fan really well, they cut really well. Just a really nice handling deck. As you might expect, it tells you right on the front, it glides like air. So it's got that air cushion finish. It just gives it really nice handling. It's also a highly functional deck all around. Whether you want to use this for cardistry, it's definitely simple enough and suitable for anything you want to use it for cardistry, but it also has a lot of functionality for Magic and gameplay. You know, it's got those borders and everything that make it really easy to use for Magic. Doesn't include any gaff cards, which I think probably would have increased it a little bit, but still very easy to use for Magic, and definitely just a fun and easy to use deck for gameplay. You know, other than those being a little bit elongated and skinnier there, making it slightly harder to read, it's still a very easy to read deck. The colors and suits are highly recognizable. So they're going to be a great deck for game night, just to kind of pump it up a little bit for that. So that is it for the Pressers deck. Except one of the first, and still to this day, one of my favorite decks in my collection. So chose to do this because, if you guys remember, a couple videos ago, announced that I was doing a giveaway, and going to announce now the winner of the giveaway. So I had asked you guys kind of what your first deck was. So wanted to, with announcing the winner of the giveaway, wanted to talk about my first deck. So without further ado, the winner of the giveaway for a Bones deck from Brain Vessel is Julio Guzman. So congratulations to Julio. Go ahead and hit me up. I will send you a message, or you can send me one online, and I will get in touch with you so we can figure out where to send your deck. So congratulations to Julio, and thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe. I'll be doing more giveaways, more deck reviews, more all kinds of stuff, so you won't want to miss that. Subscribe, let me know if you have any questions, and hope you enjoyed this deck review. With that, I will see you for the next one.